Hi, my name's Alex Robertson, Alexander on the list, but Alex is fine. 37 years old. I've been working in and out of acting and forms for a lot of my life, but most of it's not even in the area at this point. I'm kind of a Pittsburgh region person. I live outside IUP right now. Most of my recent acting has been actually working with the Scare House when it was up and running from 2016 up until last year. A lot of it having fun in the basement where we got to be up close and personal. We got to improvise with you. We had to adjust to everything that you were giving us and just on the fly give you something back and keep you in the scene as much as possible. Outside of that, I had some time in high school working through plays, a little bit outside of high school working through plays. My film work is pretty minimal. I did some extra work for Just Stay In with Noah Welter. And then I had a speaking role with John Woolscroft in Another Way.
Great. All people that are around the 48, right? And for those of you who have forgotten, I think you probably know Miss Christine Mancini.
Yes. Oh, God, yes.
Who was a judge for us.
Love her.
Yeah. Do you have any background, and I think that you do, you've touched on it, but just to put a fine point on it.
Okay.
Singing, dancing with weapons or stunts?
No real training in stunts, a little bit in stage combat. I've been training myself on firearms for well over 15 years. 3 years so far riding a motorcycle, even rode it in today. And I went to school for voice as a major. So I'm kind of sitting between melodic tenor, which is like the mid-tenor and baritone range. And say when I'm not living off a karaoke hangover or a bad sickness, you can hear my voice pretty clean.
Great. Any additional questions?
Yes.
Can you explain more about your basement or Scarrow's character?
So it changes. It changes literally. It could change any night. If I was working upstairs, they had characters for each scene. Depending on where I was cast that night, I could be in a new costume, in a new role, and have literally seconds to prepare, okay, this is how I got to work this room. They want me to put people from point A to point B. A lot of the time I ended up making my way into, the last couple of years I was doing a lot as the line actors or the first actor giving the rules. So I would set the scene, I'd catch the people right at the front of the line, I'd have my point, I'd do my thing, bring them into the moment while still telling them the rules but keeping it in character. And having as much fun as possible getting in people's face. When it came to the basement, depending on the year, we had anywhere from a week to 2 weeks to prepare our characters and work them out. And then as the season went on, the managers would go through, they'd say, hey, we like this, keep it up, we don't like this, change it. And over time, we'd have to adjust our show, not just to each individual person coming through, because if you say something, I may have to respond to it one way or another. But if it's something that the customers didn't like altogether, or the managers didn't like, they say, hey, cut that section, put something else in. And the whole time remembering I have to keep it within 1.5 to 3 minutes, depending on the night.
Sweet. Other questions?
What motorcycle do you drive?
Triumph Tiger 900.
Sweet. Awesome. All right.
Got about 19,000 miles on it.
Okay.
Bought it with 0 about 2 years ago.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to have you tell us what you're going to do, and then I want you to do it.
Okay. I'm going to do it's kind of the opening overarching monologue for Talk Radio, Eric Bogosian, 1988. The worst news of the night is that 3 out of 4 people say they'd rather watch TV than have sex with their spouse. The second worst news of the night is two kids went down to fill their crack addiction by killing an 80-year-old grandmother, stuck a knife right in her throat, right here on Euclid Avenue, right here in Dallas. And multiply that by hundreds of cities across hundreds of nights, and what do you get? You get a country whose morals are built on pornography and intoxication, whose ethics are built on graft, insider trading. This country is in deep trouble, people, and we've got to do something about it. Now, I want you to pick up your hand, take it out of the bowl of Fritos you have, pick up the phone, put it right by your face, type in the numbers 555-TALK, and call me right here at the studio. Come on, call me in, 555-TALK, open up your mouth and tell me what we're going to do about the mess this country's in. Talk radio. It's the last neighborhood in the world. No one even talks anymore. Oh, that's not good.